What's up? What it do? How you doing? I am back with another video. Today, EandE family, I'm showing you how to make banana bread. Don't go nowhere. So this recipe is going to start with 2 sticks of room temperature softened butter. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my paddle down into my bowl. Make sure you lock your mixer first. And we're going to let this go for about 2 to 5 minutes. We want to make sure that the butter and the sugar is well incorporated. And we want it to be almost light and fluffy. So 2 to 5 minutes on our butter and sugar. Okay, so that has been mixing for about 2 to 5 minutes. So next I'm going to add 2 room temperature eggs. And as always, if you don't feel comfortable cracking your eggs over the bowl, by all means, crack them in a separate bowl to look for any shells or imperfections. So we're going to get that added in. And we're going to let this mix for about a minute, just so that the eggs get incorporated with our butter and our sugar. Okay, so that has been well incorporated. So next I have my bananas. And you want your bananas to be ripe. You don't want to use green bananas in this. It won't come out very well, for one, because they're too hard. You want your bananas to be ripe. So on your bananas, if there's parts like, I'll use this one. If there's parts like that on there, the brown, and you don't like that, no problem. Cut it off. Simple and easy. So I'm going to get these bananas in here. And I'm just going to slice them up, kind of rough chop, just so that they can get mixed in. So we're going to put our attachment back down in our mixer. And we're going to let this go for about 5 minutes because we want to make sure that those bananas are kind of like smashed in there, since we're not using our hand. You can use your hand to do this though. If you have a hand mixer, you can use your hand mixer. You could do this by hand. You could actually put your bananas in a separate bowl, take a fork and smash them up separately. But today I'm just using my mixer to do this. So we're going to let this go for about 5 minutes. We'll check it and see if our bananas is where we want them to be. Okay, so that actually mixed for about 3 minutes. I didn't have to let it mix for 5 minutes because my bananas were soft enough. So the last wet ingredient that I'm going to add is my vanilla. I forgot to add my vanilla in. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla to this as well. Well, 2 teaspoons. We want to make it good. Okay. So let that mix for a little second, and then we're going to start with our dry ingredients. So, to our bowl, for our dry ingredients, it's going to start with 2 cups of flour. And yes, we're going to sift our ingredients, guys, as I always do. And then in our last cup of flour, we'll add the rest of our dry ingredients. Okay, so for the rest of our dry ingredients, we're going to add a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. And we're going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. Now we're going to get those ingredients sifted into our bowl. So we've got our bowl back on our mixer. We're going to put our paddle attachment down back in our bowl. We're going to start this up slow, so stuff doesn't come flying out your bowl. And we're going to mix this for about 2 minutes until well incorporated. Just as with any recipe, you don't want to overmix this because you do not want a tough banana bread. So for about 2 minutes, we're going to incorporate this. So I just have a loaf pan like this. I'm going to take a little Baker's Joy. It's flour and oil mixed in a can, makes it easier for you. Just so that our bread won't stick to our pan, even though our pan is non-stick. We're just going to do like that. And you might be saying at this point, Lex, where's the nuts? You can add nuts to your banana bread. I'm not adding nuts to this because I'm making it for my dad and he doesn't really like nuts like that. But you can add walnuts, you can add pecans, you can add any kind of nut that you like in your banana bread. But for this one, I'm not adding nuts. However, we are going to make a glaze / royal icing to go on top of our banana bread once it comes out of the oven. So just make sure you've got down to the bottom once you've mixed your batter so that you don't have any leftover flour or butter that was not incorporated. And so just get it added to our pan like this. It's supposed to be a little stiff. Now you got all the batter in your pan. You want to just smush it around so that it's even. You don't want an uneven bread. And then as with the cake, I like to take my pan, give it a shimmy and a shake like that, just to make sure we got everything in there even, and do like that. And that's what your unbaked banana bread should look like. So we're going to bake this in a 350-degree oven. We're going to bake it until a toothpick in the center comes out clean. And then when we come back, we're going to add our glaze / royal icing to our banana bread and get a taste. You don't want to miss this. Y'all don't go nowhere. So our banana bread is complete. It has finished baking. It's still a little warm, but this is what it looks like. So now we're going to make a glaze to put across the top of our banana bread. So it's going to start with our powdered sugar. About a cup to a cup and a half of powdered sugar, and that's what's about left in here. So put that down in there like that. Then we're going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla or whatever extract you want to use. If you have a banana extract, you can use that. Whatever you like, you can use, but I'm using vanilla for this. And then we're going to take 3 to 4 tablespoons of whipping cream and add to this. You can probably use half and half. You can use milk if you're lactose intolerant. You can use your almond milk, your soy milk, whatever it is you use, but this is what I'm using for this one. So we're going to get that down in there. Okay. Now we're going to take our whisk. Going to get our whisk down in there. And I'm just doing this by hand today. You can do it in your stand mixer, but there's really no reason. We're just going to mix it like that. Now this is a little too thick for me. This is almost frosting consistency for me. So I want a little thinner than that. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk. And I'm going to get a spoon so I can get the true consistency of this icing. Yeah. Gotta whisk that around a little bit more. So this is about the consistency that you want of that. If you want it thinner than that, by all means, add more milk to it to thin it out more. But this is perfect for my needs. Okay, so we're going to get some drizzle over the top. Okay, so got my spoon down in there. Make sure everything's well incorporated, and it is. I'm just going to take my spoon like this and do like that. Amazing, guys. Look at that. And I like to do this while it's still warm. And there you have banana bread with your nuts if you choose to add nuts. This one's without nuts. And our glaze on top. You already know what's going to happen next. We're going to get a taste of this banana bread. Don't go nowhere. I mean, look at this presentation. Who wouldn't want a slice of that? I mean, come on. But let's get a taste. Yum. Oh. That is so good. Very moist. You can taste the bananas. It's not overpowering. The glaze on top gives it an extra little flair. This is good, and I don't even miss the nuts in this. This is absolutely amazing.
This is General Chang.
Very good. Try this out. Your kids, your friends, your family, they're going to love this banana bread. As I always tell you, EandE family, I promise you, they will not be disappointed. And that's it for today, EandE family. Like, share, comment on this video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. The links are in the description box below. And as always, EandE family, don't forget to live a little and love a lot. Y'all be easy. Delicious. Try it out. Don't sleep on banana bread, y'all. It's absolutely amazing. Bye, y'all.